Hi, Chris. It's Mom. Look, honey, I've got a lot of work to do, so I won't be home until late again. Just do the usual, you know, fix yourself a little something, anything you want. Oh, and I left some money for you on the counter. Use it for whatever you like. Now, Dad won't be home until Tuesday. He says hi. Oh, and somebody told me you quit soccer. Is anything wrong? Well, just leave me a note. Love you. Bye.
Scavengers have a terrible reputation. Some of them live up to it. Hyena researchers want the truth to be known. Patrols are waging war with poachers, while ignorance is being fought in the classroom. Children are on safari to learn the truth. Through their eyes, we tell the scavenger's tale. The spotted hyena, the vulture, and the jackal. These animals are all specialists known as the scavengers in Africa's Serengeti National Park. The word scavenger conjures up images of lowly animals, cowardly creatures that slink in the shadows and devour the unpalatable food the more noble animals have left behind. Scavengers never bathe. They steal, squabble, and skulk around. Their unpleasant way of life has earned them bad reputations. While the predators of the Serengeti seem to be more regal. Vultures scavenge exclusively, but do even they deserve their reputation? The most misunderstood scavenger is the spot. African school children are on safari. The wonders of the Serengeti were their unknown and unseen heritage, until now. These children are competition winners from schools situated on the border of the park. It is often the case that the things most attractive to tourists visiting the Serengeti are those the local population never get a chance to see for themselves. The Serengeti National Park Conservation and Education Program is changing all that. A typical African village on the outskirts of the national park. Native Africans see the Serengeti wildlife separated from themselves. In 1951, the boundaries of the park were set up enclosing the annual wildebeest migration. Before that time, people lived with the animals, but now can't even afford to visit the park. Some are driven to break the law by hunger. Poaching is a problem being fought by Mr. Mugambi, the park warden in charge of solving this problem. Marion East and Heribert Hofer have different problems to solve, exploding the myths that surround the hyena. They have found out some very surprising things about this much maligned predator. London-born cameraman Gil Dom is in the Serengeti filming. In any Serengeti story, scavengers play an important part. School children build huge maps of the park as part of the education program. For 50 Tanzanian shillings a year, about 10 cents, children can join the Conservation Education Club, which allows them to compete for prizes ranging from a soccer ball to a safari. There are singing competitions. The Swahili lyrics celebrate the park and the animals that live there.
Serengeti Conservation Education Program.
Conservation studies is an important part of the teaching program. This project was established in 1992 and has been very popular and successful.
Hao wanyama wanaochorwa hapo mcheza nani? Ina maana kwamba simba anapounguruma hata wale wanyama wengine ambao
The children compete in drawing competitions as well.
Wanakimbia. Wanafanya nini? Wanakimbia kwa sababu ya ule mungurumo. Nani ameshasikia simba anaunguruma? Swali jingine, beti.
The relationship between the local communities bordering the Serengeti and the park staff has been difficult in the past. This project has been set up in an effort to unite both sides. In African folklore, the spotted hyena represents the boogeyman. In the world of the supernatural, witches and spirits use them as steeds, riding across the grasslands, dispensing their sorcery and magic. In the natural world, hyenas do scavenge, but this is behavior we see in the daytime. Hyenas, like most predators, are active at night. Surprisingly dog-like, spotted hyenas are more closely related to the cat family. Golden jackals are scavengers too, but like hyenas, they will hunt, but are principally opportunists. Despite their size, they will try to distract the much larger hyena to steal a mouthful. Vultures are good and bad news to jackals. When they circle above a kill, they indicate that there's food to be scavenged, but their presence at a kill always means the jackals will have to fight for a share. It's not difficult to imagine why hyenas have unsavory reputations. Ancient Greeks said that their uncannily human-sounding calls were intended to lure men to their deaths. They have the most powerful jaws relative to their size in the entire animal kingdom. At an appetizing carcass, they drool and slobber. Hyenas greet by inspecting each other's genitals. Both males and females have almost identical sexual organs. Because of this, people wrongly credited hyenas with the supernatural ability of being able to change sex. The hyena is full of surprises. Hyena researchers Heribert Hofer and Marion have an early morning rendezvous with a clan of hyenas they have been studying for 7 years. Heribert and Marion are well known to these hyenas. Females dominate hyena society. They live in clans, with an average of 50 individuals, including the inquisitive young.
Our car has a writing on the side, which explains that we do hyena research in Kiswahili. And so you often have people come up and talk to you about hyenas. They're very interested. They want to know about them.
I think most Tanzanians view us with a certain amount of hilarity. They often ask us what we're doing studying hyenas. There's a species that's tied up with a lot of witchcraft and a lot of bad feelings in Tanzania. Hyenas are funny animals. You often find when we're driving around in towns, children will walk past our car whooping, and other people just walk past laughing at us. They find it very funny.
Hyena family lives are complicated, but like all mammals, the care of their young is paramount. Cubs are born black and develop their spotted coats gradually. Males play no parental role in their upbringing, and only a few privileged males are allowed near the den. Females give birth to between 1 and 3 cubs. Hyenas invest more in their cubs than any other land carnivore. Hyena milk is richer in calcium than any other mammals. This is probably due to the bones they are able to digest. There is no cooperative suckling for the young, despite the communal den. Each female provides only for her own cubs. The lowest-ranking female is higher in the hierarchy than the highest-ranking male. Despite the way they appear, hyenas are clean animals. Their personal hygiene is indisputable. Rolling in mud is one effective way of removing parasites. Removing the mud is easy in a nearby water hole. Even here, complex dominance games between subadults are played out. Males are remarkably unaggressive. Despite Heribert and Marion's 7-year study of this clan, there are always hyena young who are curious about their vehicle. This youngster has found a pair of wildebeest horns. Hyena digestive systems can dissolve practically anything except hair. Despite the owner of the horns being long since devoured, the uneaten remains can still fight back. More youngsters surround the research vehicle to see if there are parts of it tastier than wildebeest horns.
I think here in the Serengeti, when they have the opportunity, hyenas, like practically any carnivore, they'll scavenge if there's something around. And they're not very choosy about what they eat, so this is why they're so successful. But most of the time, they spend their time hunting.
Although their reputation suggests otherwise, hyenas are one of the most prolific and efficient hunters in Africa. And when they hunt, they are relentless. Hyenas do compete at kills, but not always by fighting. The competition is who can eat the most in the shortest time. Hyenas are capable of eating a third of their body weight in one sitting. The cowardly hyena is also a myth. When hungry enough, hyenas will take on Africa's most dangerous game, the formidable Cape buffalo. The attacking force have to separate a mother and a calf from the rest of the herd. Despite the ferocity shown by an adult buffalo protecting its calf, the sheer weight of numbers and determination of a cooperating clan will win out. Other carnivores will waste up to 40% of a kill. Hyenas waste nothing. When the true scavengers move in, there's not much left for them. Food is swiftly digested. Hyenas rarely bring meat back from a kill.
When animals kill, they get covered in blood very quickly. And so if you see a hyena kill, often you'll see the animals are completely covered in blood all over their head and shoulders. So that's a very good indication that it was actually hyenas that killed. And if you look at the animals that are at a kill, if the lions are sitting there without a drop of blood on them, then you'll know that they didn't kill the animal. their whole evolution has been to push them to eat very fast, because they have the competition from the other clan members that are higher in the dominance hierarchy, as well as the competition from the lions.
Tutachora wanyama wanne: simba, twiga, tembo.
Children are taught about the majestic lion, the king of the beasts. It seems as if the lion's reputation isn't true either.
Basi hiyo ni methali ipo ya Kiswahili.
The truth is that the lion is the Serengeti's most powerful scavenger. Because of their brute strength, lions can intimidate any other animal from its kill and sit down to feed with impunity. Evidence suggests that lions would rather scavenge and steal than hunt for themselves. The rewards are a full belly for no real effort. They steal kills from female lions in their pride, as well as from hyenas. In the Serengeti's wet season, prey is abundant. Cameraman Gil Dom is here to film lions and cheetahs, but the scavengers' role in their lives is important. A male lion feeds, while smaller scavengers circle. Black-backed jackals will join the lion at a kill, keeping a safe distance. Hyenas wait for the lion to leave before they start feeding. There's not much left for the hyenas. They compete over bones and skin. Fleshy remains are prized. Gil follows the action. The leg is a treat not to be shared. A second clan member disagrees. It's a successful challenge. Lions are a natural threat to hyenas. They also suffer from unnatural dangers while hunting near the boundaries of the park. Poachers' snares. Snaring is vile and indiscriminate. An animal that manages to escape often faces a life of misery as the wire cuts down to the bone. Even lions suffer from this random poaching method. It's a long, slow, and painful death. Poachers kill animals with snares and poison arrows, or both. How do park staff deal with this problem? Fighting the poaching problem is Mr. Mugambi. It's a dangerous job. He mobilizes his Ranger Post ground patrol from the air. One day they may be waiting for an alert call, like firemen waiting for a fire to fight. The resulting task may be as simple as dismantling a poacher's camp. On another day, their guns may be brought into service in a desperate battle with poachers who come into the park armed and ready to kill. Ground patrols usually find poachers near the border of the park. The only boundaries that hyenas recognize are their own. Their territories are... It is inevitable This extraordinary behavior means that female hyenas can travel up to 4 times the distance that wildebeest travel on their annual migration, 2,000 miles. That's maternal devotion. Poachers also hunt the migratory herds on the boundaries of the park. It is the job of Mr. Mugambi and the ground patrol to stop them. There's evidence of poachers here. The team moved deeper into the bush with their vehicle close behind them. Poachers are frequently armed and will not hesitate to fire to protect their bounty. Airborne, Mr. Mugambi monitors their progress. As the team follows tracks on the ground, Mr. Mugambi explains how poachers' camps are spotted from the air.
When you fly around, normally you look for campers, poachers' camps. You'll be directed by poachers' camp either by smoke or by vultures. If you spot a poachers' camp, you don't circle it. If you circle it, they will definitely know that you are looking for them. If you see a poacher's camp, you pretend you are just passing by. And then you go and left your rangers to try and show the people in the vehicles exactly where they are hidden by actually flying over them.
The patrol has seen something. They are taking no chances. They are definitely close to a poacher's camp. A snare is dismantled. It makes sense that the camp should be nearby. The poachers have fled, probably upon hearing the airplane. Poaching to survive by eating the meat of the snared animals. It is less of a crime than organized commercial poaching. Larger camps where profit, not hunger, is the motive. A commercial poacher will get the same price for a dried buffalo carcass as a tourist lodge will charge for a cocktail, but it's still worth it to him. The grisly souvenirs are taken back to the patrol post. Snares are stacked up and become rusty. Poaching claims the lives of 8% of the hyena population every year. Those lucky enough to have their snares removed have deep, debilitating wounds. Poachers are interested in wildebeest or buffalo meat. Hyenas just get in the way. As if hyenas didn't have enough to worry about. Their main competitors, lions, often approach hyena dens. Their motives are unknown, but lions have been observed attacking hyena cubs while hidden in their dens. Recent evidence suggests that because lions and hyenas are in direct competition with each other, they both maintain large family groups. With more eyes on guard, there's less of a chance of a violent encounter. While the young scurry for cover, the adults join forces to drive away the intruders. High-pitched cackling is evidence that the hyenas are agitated and nervous, but the lions relent. Safe for the moment, the hyenas relax. The struggle between predators and prey continues through the night. It's early morning, and a lone hyena is returning to its den after a commuting trip. It has strayed into golden jackal territory. Other animals never seem pleased to see a hyena. Despite their much smaller size, the jackals defend their turf with vigor. Wild dogs, now all but extinct in the national park, are far more fearsome than the diminutive jackal. They can seriously injure a careless hyena. There is a larger enemy who can and does kill. Lions often attack hyenas for little-known reasons. It's tempting to think that they do it out of spite because they don't eat hyenas. They just try to kill them. Chief Veterinarian Melody Rolke Parker has been called in to investigate a killing. A spotted hyena has been found dead at the visitor center, and it's not hard to guess who was responsible.
Ah, sawa, asante. Magendi, you got the stuff? Okay, great. Looks like there was a battle here last night, doesn't it? Yeah. Boy, I've seen so many of these hyenas that lions just trash. It's really amazing. They kill them, but they don't eat them. They don't eat them. No, it's just when you hear the.
Maybe it's not Spartak.
You hear the anthropomorphic stories about lions not liking hyenas, but. And this is really typical of where you see the bite, is that they get them right here on the back, and then they just grab and just shake them badly, and then they leave them. They just walk off and leave them. It's a male How old are you? Pretty worn teeth. But hyenas really beat on their teeth. They're such heavy bone chewers. This animal could be even a young adult, and the teeth could be worn like that. Yeah. It's not a baby. We can say that much about this guy. Boy, this animal looks like it was killed not too, probably early this morning. It's still really stiff.
Yeah,
rigor mortis.
Melody's primary concern is disease in the park. This hyena will be examined thoroughly to confirm that the cause of death was a lion attack. If hyenas and lions are the principal adversaries of the Serengeti, then jackals and vultures show a similar rivalry on a smaller scale. However, they don't fight for unknown reasons. Their squabbles are always over food, and kills are often characterized by flurries of wings and fur. Jackals have a reputation for cunning, which is well deserved, as they are small and weak compared to the lion or hyena. Ever-demanding cubs wait as the golden jackal parents return. The yearling babysitter looks on as father returns. The father is urged by both cub and yearling to regurgitate food hard won at the kill. This method of carrying meat to the den means that jackal cubs get both milk and solid food. Mother and father provide the best of both worlds. As the jackal parents prepare to leave once more, the yearling will have to babysit the cubs. At this age, they are very demanding playmates. As the jackal parents scent mark their territory, their cubs concentrate on playing with whatever's on hand, including each other. Jackal cubs are often protected by their big brother or sister. Larger predators prey on smaller ones too. The yearling babysitter chooses to instruct the cubs in her own method of infant care. The cubs don't seem to appreciate the attention. The vulture is the consummate scavenger. There is little difference between their reputation and the truth. The Bible classifies them as unclean birds, to be held in abomination. There is no doubt that they are ruthlessly efficient at stripping a carcass down to its bones. Vultures compete among themselves at a kill. Their bizarre ballet for dominance begins. 4,000 tons of wildebeest dung is dropped onto the grasslands each day. This is the cue for the dung beetle to go to work. This rugged armored insect lives for dung. It has a love affair with the stuff, and there's no shortage of potential suitors. They distribute the dung so the nitrogen contained in it can fertilize the grasslands. They are scavengers that are frequently scavenged themselves. At the Visitor Center, the competition winners have reached Stage 2 in the education program. These lessons don't just teach the children. It is hoped that a respect for the animals is taken home to the children's families so that the parents can realize what the park has to offer. Park staff have set up educational courses for the older members of the community that go right into the family homes.
Mnyama mwingine mliyemuona kwenye matembezi? Wewe. Mbuni. Sasa kuna fuvu la mnyama liko hapa. Nani anaweza kujua hili ni fuvu la mnyama?
Hassan Mohammed is the park warden for education. At this stage, he is personally involved with the children's lessons.
Nani anaweza kutuonyesha pundamilia kwenye mchoro? Tofautiani sana na vyakula vya mwanadamu. Sawa.
Here, they are identifying the skulls of different animals using a chart to confirm their answers. Perhaps education can change the spotted hyena's reputation. And perhaps education can go some way to help the anti-poaching team. Today's educated young may not become the poachers of the future. Right now, the mood is tense. Mr. Mugambi has mobilized his ground patrol. He spotted a much larger camp hidden deep in the bush. Vehicles can only go so far through the acacia thorns. The men have to travel the last few miles on foot. bones of poached animals litter the pathway. It is clear that this camp is evidence of commercial poaching, the kind that slaughters hundreds of animals for profit. Racks of skins and dried meat are everywhere. There is only one thing to do: make the camp useless to the poachers. The grisly tools of the poachers' trade, as well as their bounty, are doused in petrol and set alight. Easy prey. The temptation to poach, to put food into your family's mouths, must be overpowering. Hassan Mohammed's job is not only to teach children, but to protect the park by promoting awareness of the Serengeti's natural resources. What better way to celebrate the Serengeti than a safari? The first prize, and for the children, the trip of a lifetime.